Hey Austin, it's Dr. Scott. I have some feedback for you on your visual analysis draft. Just a quick reminder of the things that I'm looking for in this assignment. I'm looking for a thesis statement that's clear, that's focused, that makes a good argument about two flood wall murals, and that has strong supporting reasons. And when I think of supporting reasons, I think of the body paragraphs of the essay. Are they a good building block on which you're building the paper's overall argument? I'm also looking for use of supporting details. Are there good details from the murals, but also from the Scioto historical articles that you could have chosen to include. Also, are you integrating, or are you integrating a paraphrase from the documentary that we watched? I'm also thinking about how you're discussing those details, and are you explaining how those details support your paper's overall argument? Looking for organization and transitions. Did you sequence paragraphs in a way that makes sense? Is there a reason why you're beginning with one paragraph and then going to another? Looking for a couple paraphrases and MLA formatting, visual integrated into the writing, and a paragraph without any be verbs. So that's what I'm looking for. Right now, I can't really talk to you about supporting details or anything because it's really the thesis statement where we need to kind of go back to the drawing board a bit. I didn't really kind of see a sentence where you're trying to sum up what the paper's overall argument is, and I'm having a hard time understanding what the paper's overall argument is. It seems like you're trying to maybe like the murals want people to feel proud about the hard work that they've done. Or the hard work that's gone into like this area is known for hard work. I think that might be the argument, but where the essay kind of breaks down is like, how do they get that across? And there's not a clear sense of the how. How do the murals kind of get that idea of hard work or that pride idea across? You talk a lot about actions and things that are included. There's a lot of discussion about the kind of like the history of the work, but there's not really an analysis of the murals that kind of says, these two murals, they're trying to make people, they're trying to instill a sense of pride in folks in the community. And here's one way that they do it. Here's another way that they do it. Those ways that they do that, those are your body paragraphs. And right now we just kind of have, here's something that I noticed in one mural, and then here's something I noticed in the other murals. So there's going to have to be quite a bit of rewriting to kind of get you to a point where it's like, here's the message that the murals are trying to get across, and then the body paragraphs is the different ways that the murals get that idea of pride across. Assuming that I'm thinking about the same murals that you're writing about the Hanging Rock region. That one's really tough because there's not a lot of people in the murals, and it's tough to write about murals that don't have people in them. Like you can kind of write about hard work, like the industry murals that just show like large buildings, like the shoe industry mural. It's really tough to do that though, because we're just kind of looking at buildings, and it's hard to understand how those buildings equate hard work. The murals that actually show people doing work, performing labor, how they're representing those people doing that work, then there's something for you to kind of analyze and getting into. But assuming that I'm thinking of the same murals that you are, there's not many people in them. So you might have picked murals that are kind of that would be a bad fit for the kind of argument that you're trying to put forward. I definitely think that the murals are trying to get this idea of pride across. You want to think really carefully about how they're trying to do that, and that's really where you need to put your energy right now. So I can't really talk about supporting details because a lot of these details, they might work in a paragraph about the different actions that are depicted in the murals and how they get across pride. You're going to need to think of other supporting reasons. It can't just be, here's the actions, here's the actions, here's the actions, and then you're just kind of summarizing what's going on in the murals, and that's kind of what's happening right now. It's a lot of summary. So kind of at the end here, here are the things that you need to think about. You need to rethink that argument. What is the message that the murals are trying to convey? Once you're able to have that, and I think pride, yeah, we can go with that. It's this right here, Austin, that's really where your time needs to be spent. How are the murals getting that idea across? And speak with me, speak with a Writing Center tutor, Speak with whoever you need to speak to get this figured out, because really your essay kind of hinges on this. And we're getting ready to get into the third essay, which is the toughest one in the class. Come speak to me after you've thought through the first 2 bullet points, or come speak to me to talk about the first 2 bullet points to make sure that you get this essay off the ground. All right, there's a lot that needs to be done, but we need to get you on the right track and need to get you writing here quickly. All right, let's talk later this week about those items, and your revision's due a week from today, so that's Monday, November the 4th. All right, that's it for now.